Hello and welcome to the Cheese Room podcast. This is Brendan, your host for the show. Joining me for a festive bit of fun to look back on the game against Everton and to look forward to the game against Brighton. A very special guest with us. I'm joined first of all by JP in Australia. How you doing, mate?
I'm doing well. I've just got off the back of COVID to ruin my Christmas. So today is substituting in for Christmas for me, which is great.
Hello, guys.
And we also joined by Sandro. How are you doing, man?
Oh, good, man. And you guys, did you enjoy Christmas?
We did, man. We did. We didn't enjoy it quite this much, though. Like that. This looks like a real festive bit of fun there.
Oh, man. I ate too much. That's why I post that,
It's a great picture, right?
Just to have a little bit of fun as well.
For those who are listening on podcast, this is a picture of Sandro throwing up on the pitch away at Man City with Yaya Toure looking on. Man, I hope did you play on? Like what happened? Was it literally just you ate too much, or were you sick then?
No, this happens like all the time on my career, Sometimes when I felt like so super tired, I feel sick, And if I ate something like a pudding or like something with milk, I always froze up. And yes, Spurs fans was used to watch me like that on the pitch.
you gave your all. You literally brought up your guts for Tottenham, and that's why we love you, Sandro.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
So we haven't done a review of the Everton game. Everton was on Boxing. Was it Boxing Day? Or was it before Christmas? My days were on
Christmas.
Before Christmas. Okay. So we will go back over that game and look ahead to the Brighton game. Of course, Sandro, as we know, you have interned with the Zerbi at Brighton the last few months. So your insight there will help us and hopefully help the team to work out how to.
But guys, I can't say I can't say too much,
We'll get it out of you.
Okay.
JP, like the first half was pretty much manageable. It was good fun. It was attacking. We were the better team. And we got goals, and I think the difference with this game between the other games was that we got that second goal. We didn't just get the first goal and allow the team to come back, but we got that all important second goal, which just calmed things down a bit, preparing for the second half. What were your thoughts on the first half?
Yeah, I thought the first half were good. First 30 minutes in particular, I thought we were really good. And you're right, that second goal really settles us, but. I think the logic has always been that, if we got 2 goals, we'd go and get 3 or 4. But obviously didn't end up happening today. And I thought Everton really brought it to us in the second half. And I'm sure we'll chat through that in a bit more detail.
Yeah, no, you're right. Second half, we were holding on a bit. It was quite a nervy start. But Sandro, your boy here, Richarlison, is on form. Like that goal he scored was the kind of goal where maybe a few weeks ago or a couple of months ago, had it come to him, it may have hit the post, but he took it with such confidence. A great goal. Obviously, you spoke to him after the game. How is he feeling now? Is he feeling much better since coming back from his operation?
Yes, I can see on his face. He's happy again. His confidence. We can see in the pitch as well, and was good for him to do the operation, to feel well, to feel strong again, because it's so difficult for you as a player to play with the pain, and you all of a sudden you gonna lose your 100%. It's normal, and he should do this operation before, because this was was blocking him to feel 100% to be able to perform in the level that he is, And I always said, because a lot of fans ask me, Sandro, Richarlison, man, Richarlison. And I say, guys, listen, he will come, he will perform in Tottenham. I had no doubts about that, and now is he's showing that he can play for Tottenham for many years, and I'm so happy.
One of the really underrated attributes that he's got, I think, is his work rate. And I think for a lot of fans, when you watch on TV, you don't really see that. Do you see that from him? Obviously, you kind of got the Brazilian connection as well. But when you're at games, you talk us through how much work do those strikers have to go through when they're not getting the ball?
Yes, and I talk about that as well because Richarlison got the spirit. Without the ball, he fight for it, and I like to see the spirit of a warrior on the player, and Richarlison got that spirit, and in the beginning he was trying to do everything, but he was not. 100%. You couldn't see that, but he is still do his 100%, showing, recovering the ball, come back to help the defenders, and I love to see that, and it's not easy for you to do both jobs, helping your team to defend and to have power to attack, and we have to see that Richarlison do everything for Tottenham, with the ball and without the ball.
It's true. Like, it's something that Tim Vickery mentioned a couple of times since the World Cup, that he was injured. I think he came off injured against Croatia, and losing him, because he leads the press and he sets the tone for the rest of the players. When he has that energy at the top, the other players follow. They follow that strength, that same energy, that same commitment to getting the ball back, to pushing the play high.
Exactly.
And so
Exactly.
he's huge. And so it's great that he's hit this form at an important time for us. We're going to lose Son to the Asia Cup after the Bournemouth game. So we need him. We need him firing, and it's so good for us that he's hit this form at the right time, and just continue. Get that. Strikers love goals. They love the goals. They get another one. Next game come, they want more. And for him to have that sequence now, 3 games in a row he scored, it's great for us. It's great for us.
Yeah, sure. He will.
We have faith. We have faith in him. And also, we mentioned that Son JP, he got the second goal against Everton when we were on top. I mean, it was like we will talk about. We were holding on towards the end, maybe towards the end of the last 40 minutes. But that first half, we showed what we showed against Villa. We showed against West Ham, obviously against Newcastle, and we got
Chelsea.
those goals. And Chelsea as well. We just didn't get the second.
Yeah.
But it was.
We get the second, but was outside. Offside.
By a toenail. Yeah.
We could have had a fourth in that game. There's that many toenails offside.
Yeah, exactly.
My Lucas has just come in. I said, Lucas, what day is your birthday? Is it 27th or 23rd?
23rd.
It's 23rd. Okay, sorry.
24th. What's close?
That's close. But yeah, Sonny getting his goal again. We're going to lose him soon. How concerned are you with the loss of Son with the January games coming up?
I would have been more concerned if Richie hadn't have hit the form that he's hit now. And obviously, with Richie in that kind of form, with playing Sonny out wide, I think we've got a little bit to kind of cover for Sonny. Obviously, not to the same quality, but losing a player like Sonny is challenging, because that's at this point in time, you're losing really quality players in your squad when we're already thin on players in the squad is going to hurt. But we knew this was an inevitability, and hopefully we're going to do some early January transfer work to kind of help offset that. We've seen Dane Scarlett's coming back from loan, so there's another body in there that can help cover.
I just saw that. Was today, yeah?
Today,
yeah.
Mm.
But yeah, look, it's going to be a big loss, particularly with Maddison still out. So, it's an opportunity for someone else to come in. Obviously, Lo Celso's played a few minutes. Decky can go out right. Johnson can come on the left. Brian Hill, maybe this is the kind of make or break moment for Brian Hill. We'll see.
Yeah. But
Sandro,
I think we have to go for the window. We need to buy a winger. I think we need to buy one top winger for try to improve a little bit more, and I think it's time for us to improve, because we have to have you see, is a lot of injuries. We have to have the replacement up there, the level must try to improve every single year, every single window. So I think we have to try to bring some good players for us to keep fighting.
Well, one area we just jump to transfers now while we talk about it. Sandro, one area that we do need to strengthen now is defense. Romero just came out and confirmed he's out for 5 weeks now. So we are very, very light in central defense. Have you seen any players that you think would do well? That Todibo at Nice was rumored to be interested in coming, and Nice were open to selling, which again was a huge surprise. But it is quite desperate back there. We're looking at a central defensive partnership of Davies and Royale against Brighton tomorrow.
Yeah. So I like GP, a player from Brighton, that's called GP as well. He's Dutch. He's Dutch, and yes, I think he can play. He's just starting out as a start 11 from Brighton. But I like him. I think he can fix on the Tottenham team, because he can run as well. He's strong, but also he's young and but well. I don't follow a lot of games outside Premier League, so I know just in Premier League, and in that game that I saw, I like what I saw in this guy.
Yeah, I think that with the league, I think that we're going to have to buy from outside the league, just because teams will have all their own ambitions during the season to either stay up or go for Europe or go for.
I just saw the comments from the guys. Come on, guys! Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, mate. We love you, man. We love you. And speaking of which, we're joined by Stevie here, who you may have met on Saturday.
Yes. Nice, man. Yeah, he just said, Sandro, let's take a picture. I'm gonna show Brendan.
He is one of the Cheese Room. He's one of the Cheese Room massive for sure. We'll just wrap up the Everton game. I think what may have changed the game bizarrely, because when Idrissa Gueye went off injured, I was like, great, they've got a player off injured. But Andre Gomez came on and was superb. I thought he changed the game for them. He just had this sort of classy. He seemed to have a bit more time on the ball than everyone else. It was almost Ben-esque how he was just dictating the play, and we didn't have Basuma back there, so our midfield was a bit standoffish. Didn't have the bite that it should have. And Everton bossed the last 40 minutes at least.
Yeah, Yeah, I forgot they even had him. I think my last memory of Gomez playing was when he broke his leg playing against
Yeah.
Spurs, didn't he? Yeah.
Exactly.
And then when he was coming on, they were saying, "Oh, this is his first minute since coming back from injury." And I'm like, "Surely not since he broke his leg." But I think it was something different. Yeah. But yeah, he came on and completely bossed it. Completely, really silky class player. Just everything that ran through the game ran through him. He was breaking up the play as well. It reminded me a little bit, very, very different style. But those games Moussa Dembele used to have, where like just everything was just revolving around him and he set the tempo. Yeah. Kind of reminded me a bit of that.
Sandro, you played with Musa. Do you agree with that?
Sorry, I mean those games Sandro used to have, where everything would revolve around him.
No, exactly. I saw he was on form. He changed the game. Of course, Everton was trying everything, and those games is hard because Everton didn't have nothing to lose. He just wants to do the pressure. And sometimes I was up there watching, uh, and sometimes we want you to play from the back. Yeah, we are winning 2-1, and we try every opportunity to build the game, but Everton was doing the high pressure very very well because they want you to score, and they was pushing so hard. And I just think to myself, just put a long ball sometimes, man, and we go for the second ball just to breathe a little bit, sometimes, and I felt it's not the way that we gonna play, but in the game you have to read the game better sometimes, and we was trying, and Everton tried to, they nearly scored the second goal, and I was saying, guys, come on, please do a long ball for me just sometimes. and after Vicario starts to do that, just in the end, Vicario, and I said, thank you very much. But sometimes, guys, is you need to, as a player, you need to read. They was doing the pressure so difficult to come out, and I was suffering.
We were called out, Sandro, and you were at the game. So what did it feel like there? Because Everton scored and it went to VAR for a foul on Emerson Royale. And looking at the replay, he went down easily, but it was probably a foul. He did, I'm forgotten who made the challenge. What did it feel like there? Looking back on it, do you think that VAR was right to intervene there? Because it did lead to a goal. And it wasn't clear and obvious. It was one of those ones where he has to be stronger, but objectively, it was probably a foul.
Yeah, I knew was a foul, uh, because Emerson was doing the hiding the ball. He was protecting the ball with his body, and all of a sudden he goes in the floor, and we don't go in the floor in that position if we are not 100%.
Yeah.
If we go in the floor, we take the ball, but he didn't take because the other player took the ball. But seeing from the stand, I said, no, 100% was a foul, because otherwise he's not gonna go in so easier. And I was praying as well.
There's a lot of people saying that like this is like, oh, it was a soft foul, wasn't clear and obvious. I just don't agree. I think it's 100%. The player doesn't get any of the ball because Emerson's doing the right thing. Like he shielded the ball. So the only option for the player is either to hold off or foul him. And he fouled him. So that's why you shield the ball. And he didn't get any of the ball. He went straight through his legs. So it's a
You
foul.
can see from the VAR. You can see he got his leg.
Yeah,
He
went
got his
straight
leg.
went straight through on his planting leg as well. Like that's the leg he's holding all his weight on.
Sometimes we are talking like, come on, guys. You can see from the TV that he took his leg, and what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard to listen those guys, because come on, man. If Arsenal is playing and the same situation happens, and I say, guys, was a foul. Come on, was a foul.
Yeah.
I wanted opposite to score against Arsenal, of course, but of course I need to see the real game, and it was a foul. Was a foul. Otherwise, it's in this time it's so difficult to talk about football because the guy's going mad. Really, it's if you see what is going on with the VAR, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. You can see he is a foul or not a foul because you can see from the TV, man. So
It was the right decision in the end, but it was just the question, I guess, is should VAR be re-refereeing things that far back? And but it was what led to a goal. But I'm just saying, like, if this was against us, if like Sean Dyche was our manager and he was complaining about it, I'd be like, yeah, he's got a point. But it was a foul, and that we should have got the free kick. So I do think though that it was one of those ones where it could have passed, that the ref was very close. The linesman was very close. Neither of them thought at the time it was a free kick, but it was. So,
yeah. And this we have to say thanks to the VAR as well, because was a foul. Was a foul. He took the leg. And if VAR was not there, it was a goal, And we need to manage the VAR better, because for me VAR is good thing. It's a technology to come to help the game, but we have to do better. We have to do better.
Exactly. Use it the right way. So JP was 3 points, much needed points. Now 3 wins in a row. It keeps us in there. We're not quite in the conversation for the league, but that's probably a good thing. We're there. We're 4 points off top. We've got winnable games coming up, not too heavy a fixture list in January. It was a hugely important 3 points, wasn't it?
Yeah, and how crazy is it that we can be 4 points off the top of the league and absolutely not in a conversation about title chasing? Like, take this back 2 months ago when people are starting to talk about, like, oh, it'll be a bottle job if we don't win it. What are you talking about? We're absolutely still in it. I hold faith. Hold faith for my man.
Yeah. No, exactly. The Premier League this year, it's so nice. It's always nice, but now I think you have more teams involved to win to be there fighting, because every year was City there, very very easy, and this year is open, so it's so nice to every single game is so excited, and we, like you guys said, that we are in the shape now, even with the injuries, we got the way again, and yes, we are 4 points behind. Now it's more, né? Now
it's 5 now. Yeah, is it 5
now
now?
it's
With
game in
more.
hand.
Liverpool just but let's see tomorrow what the Zerbi gonna show us.
That will bring us on to our next point. Before we do, Kate here is a big fan, so she's asking you to give her a shout out, Sandro.
Yeah, who?
Kate's here. Kate's in the chat, in the comments.
Kate, hello. Come on, Spurs.
So, Sandro, you, as regular listeners know, you were interning at Brighton under Zerbi. Just remind us, tell us a bit more about your relationship with Zerbi from your time in Italy.
Okay, so I played for the Zerbi in Benevento. He was very very young on this time. Was his second job in Serie A, and he was hungry to win. Hungry to be success, and I got very well with him from the first time, from the first week, and I was his captain, and I was talking every day with him, talking about football, and I always said that, Zerbi, you're gonna be one of the top managers very, very soon. And he sometimes he said, "Oh, don't say that. You was a top player and you had top managers." And I said, "You are different. You are different. You see the game different." And I said to him, "You make me come every single day happy in the training, and you make me learn in 29 years old, and I'm learning every day. So this is for me so excited to be here." And after he moves to Sassuolo and I moved to Genoa, but we keep this relationship very, very strong. And when he moved to Brighton, and in that conversation that we had before the trainings or after the trainings, he said that his dream was to come to the Premier League. And when he came, I said congratulations, and I was already doing my course to be a manager, and I send the message and I say, "I want to do the internship with you. Can you let me?" And he said, "Yes, Sandro, no problem. When we finish, you come here. You're gonna do with me with a pleasure." And I was there 5 months with him, learning every day, analyze the games, talking to him. It was fantastic for me. It was a dream to be there, learning from this guy, because he's great. He's so, and he got a big heart as well. He's a top guy.
So what would you say is his philosophy, like his tactical philosophy? Because he's that Brighton have a reputation for being dynamic. Like sometimes they press, sometimes they sit off, and the press is at a different part of the pitch. It looks quite complex. How would you sum up his tactical approach?
Yeah, he analyzed the opposite, very
Okay.
well. I think this is the most special, one of the special things that he does. He analyzed the opposite very well, and he worked on that,
Mm-hmm.
And the relationship with the players as well. It's so good. He talks. He sometimes he go hard on the player, but after the training, he gonna hug the guy and he gonna talk and gonna finish that, and and he do every day. For example, they will face Tottenham now. He will do every day like tactical for face Tottenham. Every day repetition, and when the game comes, they are ready. They did everything, and so and and he changed the players very often. Like today is one team, tomorrow is gonna be another team, and every player played, and they don't lose the face of Brighton. They are all players. They are ready. So they are facing injuries as well, a lot of injuries, but it's still a good team.
So here's some of the injuries that they got. So it looks like Mitoma is out as well. But other than Mitoma, like we said before, Enciso,
Enciso,
Fati.
Fati, Veltman, yeah. Oh, Estupian. It's a team. It's a
Hmm,
more than a team. Solimarch, it's a special player for them. Asu Fati was getting to his football again, and he got
hmm.
injured. Estupian, he's amazing
His
left
quality.
back. He's got quality. He's strong. Vetman is all. It's good players as well. Right back, and yes, it's a lot of players, man. So, and that's why I said if you see, it is like a team that is out, and they still like winning something, and they got
Hmm.
Europe League as well.
Yeah. That
So
was going to be my next question, actually, because the form in the league hasn't been great. Like I think it's 2 wins in September against Brentford and Nottingham Forest, I think. But the wins in the Europa League
yeah,
have maintained Ajax. So do you think that the distraction of Europa League has affected the league form?
of course, it's and the Zerbi said that to me that it's not easy to play every single uh, 3 4 days, 2 games on the week, and they wasn't they is first year on Europe League, and it's everything is new for them,
Hmm.
and to have the squad, they are so young as well, the squad, and it's difficult to manage 2 games on the week. It's and you are playing Premier League, man. every
Yeah.
every game is hard, every game is difficult. So
Hmm.
it's normal for them uh, to drop a little bit in the table,
Sure.
but eh, you see it's a lot of injuries as well, you
Hmm.
know. So for me, I see like it's normal. It's normal because if you see the players, they are using players like 18 years old.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard, man. It's hard.
Yeah, if you compare to Brighton's history as well, like I think it was not even 20 years ago, like 18 years ago, they nearly disappeared. They nearly went out of business. So for them to
Yeah,
be where they are and to be managed how well they are through the structure of the club, the scouting network they have, as you saw the training pitch facilities as well with I think they're both sponsored by Amex, the training and the stadium.
yeah.
They've come on a huge way in 20 years. Um, JP, I'll jump to you. Have you seen much of Brighton this season, and like, who are you most wary of, bearing in mind the injuries that they have as well?
I probably watched a little bit of Brighton earlier in the season, and I thought, geez, they're going to be thereabouts again. But obviously, since the injuries, they've tailed off a little bit. Obviously, Matoma, he's the one you watch and you go, I'm
He's
scared every
amazing.
time he gets the ball. He's so good. Another Ange find as well. I think he was
Oh
trying to get into
yeah.
Celtic at the time where he was moving to Brighton. Yeah, I mean, he's obviously out, so that's positive for us. Obviously, never wish ill on a player. But yeah, man, like I don't know what's going on. Obviously, injuries are hurting a lot of teams at the moment, but they're a team that I just think like at any point in time I rate Zerbi so highly that this is going to be a hard game regardless of who gets put out on the pitch. And I think the way the two teams set up, it's going to be really end to end. It's who's going to score more goals. So
Yeah,
it's going
exactly.
to be a good game. It's going to be a good game.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
I
Sandra,
don't.
who should we be scared
I
of? No.
Brenda, I don't want to be on the stadium. You know, I just want because it's hard for me because they treat me very well. You know, and Tottenham is my team, and it's better for me to watch at home. Don't show emotion.
Uh, so who should Tottenham be scared? Bearing in mind the injuries, I'll bring the team up again from the last game. I think it was Crystal Palace. I think was the last game. Mitoma obviously got the ankle injury. So who in this team should Tottenham be scared of, Sandro?
Mitoma got injury, nah?
Well,
Yeah.
that's what he said. His ankle injury. I don't know if he's definitely out. I think he might be. But yeah, he did pick up an injury, and
Yeah.
De Zerbi
But
said no.
guys, you got Pascual Gross. That if you see the numbers of him, the assist, the goals, he's the man that needs to be careful. João Pedro, he's doing good. He's confidence. Of course, Mitoma, but I don't know if Mitoma will be there. Adring as well. It's a guy that he will go one against one. He likes to go. He's not afraid of taking players down. Yes, and they do the build up. They play with so much confidence. If Tottenham needs to go 100%, otherwise they will pop. Will manage the game very well, and Ego, the Brazilian one. He's playing now in the left back. He's a machine. He's so good. He's so strong.
Where's he from in Brazil? What team did he come from in Brazil? Do you remember?
He was in Fiorentina. He was in
Okay.
Italy. Yeah, and Dunk as well is a top defender.
Yeah.
It's the captain. And that one that I told you guys, GP, he's good defenders as well. He good defender as well. And Jack, it's 18 years old, so
Wow.
he's a midfielder, but he's playing the right back. But he's doing good. 18 years old. It's amazing.
Brilliant. We'll move on to us. This was the team that we started against Everton. Obviously, we've lost Romero, so there's the change there. JP, who do you think is going to be Emerson Royale? Because obviously Udogie's back, so we have Udogie in Emerson's place. So do we play Dyer? Do we play Emerson? Who do you think Ange will go with?
I think for this game he'll go with Emerson. I don't know if that'll stay the same for Bournemouth, but yeah, I would go Emerson. I thought whilst we didn't win any of the games with Davies and Emerson as a centre-back partnership, I thought towards the end they were starting to figure it out.
They played okay. They played good.
They played all right, yeah. I don't think you could really blame them too much for the losses over that period. Just a couple of mistakes led to goals, but I thought they played all right together. And the way we play, we need that extra pace that Emerson gives you at the back. So yeah, that's the way I'd go. I probably wouldn't make any other changes to the team. Getting Udogie back is big for us because he'll give us a lot more thrust down that left. Although Emerson did a great job against Everton as well. I thought he was really underrated in that game. But yeah, Romero's a big loss to add on to all the other big losses that we've got, particularly in defence at the moment.
Yeah.
But
Sandro,
guys, I'm impressed how Ben Davies is playing. Like, it's unbelievable. He's looked like he was a centre back.
Yeah, it's strange because I don't like. Obviously, we miss Van de Ven massively, but not as much as we should have because Ben's done everything that Van de Ven was doing. Some of the drives that he does when he gets the ball and he drives into midfield is been excellent. I can't remember him misplacing a pass either.
Yeah, exactly.
I think he's hit and he's great.
Everything he's doing amazing. But Yeah, I don't know who is. I let you tell me, Brendan.
Yeah, I think it's going to be. I think he will go with Emerson. I think because
Yeah,
it was a big punt to go with Emerson over Eric Dyer because Eric Dyer has the height
yeah,
and has the experience. Emerson, he's good. He's technically gifted. He has the pace that Eric Dyer doesn't have, but he's not a central defender. I don't think
yeah,
that's his natural place. So it was very much arranging things to fit the style of play as opposed to fitting against the opponent. Like you said, Sandro, that the Zerbi looks at the opponent. I think Ange looks at his philosophy and is like, well, look, this is how we'll play. I need the players to play how I want to play. I don't think I'm sure he does. He has opposition scouts, but I think that the team play is the overriding factor with Ange over any opposition preparation. The key thing also is Oliver Skip instead of Højbjerg, because obviously Bissouma got himself suspended again for 4 matches, I think, because it
for
was the second.
matches.
I think so, because it's second red card of the season. So I think you get 4.
Man, really?
Yeah. So do we stick with Oliver Skip? What did you think of Skip, Sandro? You were there. I thought we lost control of midfield.
I like Skippy. But I prefer Højbjerg because I like Højbjerg, and I think he did an amazing season last season, and those seasons that he played for us, I like Højbjerg, and I prefer to play him.
They're quite similar. I think Skip is probably a bit more forward thinking, and
Yeah,
Højbjerg
exactly.
is the sideways.
Yeah, exactly.
But sometimes you need sideways. Sometimes sideways is good, But with same with Ange Ball, it's very much taking the risk, and if you lose the ball, it's fine. That's how we play. Whereas Højbjerg is very much a Conte, Mourinho player, low risk, low. So, I'm undecided. I think I'd prefer Højbjerg as well, but I'll go with the manager's judgment.
Yeah, but if Angie decided, it's okay because I think Skip is doing okay as well. He played good against Everton, but it's just opinion. I prefer Højbjerg.
I think having Saar next to him makes a big difference as well for Skippy, because Saar gives him that coverage to be a little bit more adventurous with his passing. I think Ange is going to prefer Skip, but I really like having Højbjerg there to come on in that last 30 minutes, like you were saying before, Sandro, where you just want it to calm down a little bit, go long sometimes. He's going to help kind of settle the game down.
Please, my heart, please.
Yeah, play it into the corners. It's 5 minutes left. Just go to the corner.
It's just 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Just that. I'm not saying are we gonna play this from the beginning? Oh, no, blah blah blah. No, it's just to manage the game. We are winning 2-1 at home. 10 minutes to finish the game. Let's put long balls. Let's fight for the second ball. Let's do something. But don't try to. We are tired, and in the end, we are tired as a player. So we do stupid things when we are tired. So let's do stupid things up there, because we have. So sometimes I get so nervous outside.
Sandro, as someone who's followed Ange for a long time, Sandro, he used to manage my club in Australia as well. You're going to have a lot more anxious heart moments. He ain't going to play long ball for 10 minutes.
Oh, geez.
But yeah, but I love Angie. It's okay as well. But for me, because I want to be a manager, so I will do that. I will say to my players, guys, manage the game. You read the game, my friend. The game is asking us to do other things now. So let's do that.
Yeah, that's what you said that De Zerbi does as well. I remember you were saying about the training sessions with him. Sometimes it's about pressing high. Sometimes it's like, right, let's train how to defend deep. Let's practice these because the situation will come. So
Will
let's be
change.
prepared.
Yeah, we change. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I believe on that as well. But we needed, we needed, we needed. It's we needed Angie, like his philosophy to say, guys, is that. But after a little bit, I think Angie sometimes likes, guys, just just a little bit. No,
Be smart. Yeah, yeah.
you know, you know what I mean.
One thing actually, Sandro, the that has come up now after Romero's injury, Madison's injury, and Son going to the Asia Games. Who do you think will be captain in January? Like Madison will come back, I think, mid-Jan, but there's the Burnley game. There's a couple of games in there. Who in the squad do you think should be captain, and who do you think will be captain?
I think can be Vicario and Ben Davis
Yeah.
if Ben Davis is playing.
Wow, Vicario was the first one you went for. That's interesting. What about you, JP? Because there's a guy from another podcast on Twitter, and he said Vicario. I was like, look, I put Vicario on the same level as Pedro Porro. Like they've got great vibes, but they've just arrived. Like Ben Davies,
Ben
he's
Davis,
playing.
yeah,
He's playing
yeah,
like he's not the
yeah,
first team. He's not like the starting team, but I don't
yeah.
think he'll care. I think he'll be the guy that will
No, yeah,
just
exactly,
like, yeah.
exactly. I say to be fair, I talk on Ben Davis first because, but yes, if Ben Davis is in the game, Ben Davis
Okay.
after Vicario, because the players need to respect, need to understand the club as well, and they just start to play. So
Yeah, it's interesting. I would agree that Ben Davies is the logical choice, and I think he'll play all through January as well. Because now that Romero's out, even when Van de
Has
Ven
to.
comes back, he'll have to play.
yeah,
But it's interesting. I saw this question come up in the chat earlier, and Vicario was one of the first players that came to my head as well. So I think it's a lot to say about kind of the impact he's had on Spurs since he's come in. That we're all
wow,
kind of going,
wow.
there's 2 or 3 players, and Vicario is one of them.
He that save.
Oh, yeah. And you watch that and you're not surprised at all, because that's the standard that he's set now. Is you expect
Yeah,
him to bail you out of
yeah,
a few moments.
yeah. No, he's on fire, man. He's on fire.
Yeah.
Well, did you play against him, Sandro, in Italy or not with Vicario?
No, I don't think so. I don't think
No,
so.
because you played with Romero at Genoa and against Bentancur, was it or
Yeah,
Decky?
yeah, Bentancur. Yeah, against Bentancur. I got a very good picture, me and him. Good battle.
You'd
Yeah,
make a great midfield partnership if you were playing together. Oh, fuck it out, that'd be
uh,
amazing, man.
it was good, man. It was good. I love him
So,
as well. What a player.
what a player. We need him back soon. It was good to see him on the sidelines. I think again, just a few
Yeah,
weeks. It was very annoying
yeah.
that the injury against Aston Villa. But Matty Cash is injured as well now. So what goes
But I
around
want to
comes
talk about
around. Let's get predictions. Go.
Brenda. I want to talk about Bissouma, man.
Yeah.
We need to give him. He's he's not in the good moment, but we need to give him some credit because was unlucky as well, and we have to give him love now because he deserves that and he's a top player, and I think
Mhm.
he needs to feel that the funds is there in the bad moments for him, because he can be top player, man.
Yeah,
He
you're
will
right.
be.
He was superb start of the season, and it was criminal that last season, like Pap Matesar and Bissouma were sitting on the bench all season under Conte, and they are now. We can't imagine the midfield without them. Like they're so important to how we
Yeah.
play. It was just frustrating the challenge that he made in the Forest game. Like in the moment, it didn't look like anything. It was nothing, but they slowed it down, and his
Yeah.
foot was on the like knee high. And when you do that, like if there was no, this is the other side of VAR. If there was no
Yeah.
VAR, the game carries on. But they go back, they slow it down, and you look at it. There was no intent, there was no malice, there was no force, but it was probably a red card, and it was
Was
so
was a red
frustrating.
card, Brandon. Was a red card. Was a red card. In football, if you go like that, it's dangerous. It's
Yeah.
dangerous. You can't. You can't. But in the other hand, uh, we have to give him love, man, because
Mm,
we know he can be. I don't know, uh, like Dembele, like those guys, because I
mm.
see he can drive, he can hold the ball, and he's just in the bad moments now. But will this will pass.
Yeah, JP, what's your thoughts on Bissouma? We're going to lose him for a good few games because of AFCON.
Yeah, we're not. I mean, we're not going to see him till February. Join the chorus of people that will get back on in February now. So it's
It'll
going
be
to have.
amazing in February.
Yeah, mate, we're going to turn around. We're going to have a whole new squad. Just into the January transfer window and be like, man, we've done. Oh no, they were all here before. Just done skin them for 6 months, which is crazy because if we can stay like around 4 points off the top, and then get basically our entire first 11 back.
Wow.
We're gonna be some team.
Wow.
We're gonna be some team again.
Wow.
Yeah, like I think we've kind of talked about it. Like he's until he got that first sending off, he was probably our first or second most important player in the team at that point. He's shown us what he can be, what he can do. Yeah, his performances haven't been at that level since, and he's had a couple of red cards, but he's still like every time he plays, you want him in the team. Like you need him in the team. He's so important for us.
Yeah.
So
But
the sooner we get him back.
the player needs confidence. I think the
Mm.
first red card he got, everyone starts to say, "Oh, he didn't come back with the same level that he was." Blah blah blah. And if the player see that he's and happen again so I think he needs like a hug, like, come on boy, come on my boy, come on my boy,
Yeah. Come
you
on,
up
boy.
guy, come on.
Sandro, I'd be keen to get your thoughts on this. I've always sort of thought that you can't have a player come in. So I'm thinking of players like Harry Winks and Lo Celso, who like the fans have often been a little bit maligned on, but then when I think about the games they've played, like Harry Winks will come in and he'll play one game, a couple of minutes, and then not do very well, and then he's out of the team again. And then Lo Celso would come in, he'd play a couple of minutes, then he's out of the team again. I always felt like you need a run of like 3 or 4 games, particularly if you're not playing much, to kind of get your confidence back up and get going. Do you think, is that the same? Do players feel that way as well?
Yeah, exactly. You said an important thing. For me to feel comfortable, I need like 4-5 games.
Yeah.
Like to trust on me 100%, I need 5 games or more.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
if you
particularly
say,
coming back from an injury as well.
Come on, I'm not scared. Come on, man. Anytime. Let's go. Anytime. For me to feel that. And I think it's for every single player. That's we talk a lot about the um, the games. We need games. We need player needs games, not games to feel. Even for the fitness, because sometimes if you play 2 games, it's different. It's different. If you play 5 games on the row, you're not tired. You like when 6 minutes, 70 minutes, 80 minutes, you feel, oh no, I'm used to it. Give me the
Mm.
ball, I'm used to it. And sometimes when you are not fit, you play just one game, and after you play one game after 2 weeks, 3 weeks, it's difficult. It's difficult.
That's what I felt that a bit with Richarlison last season. That because Harry Kane is Harry Kane, Richarlison didn't really get a run, and he had the injury as well. But I just always felt like let's give him a run, let's give him a run. And then this
Yeah,
season, he got the 5 games, but he had that injury, and then he was dropped. And now he's got those games. He's getting that rhythm. I think he's a prime example of this, of a player that you just need to get in the rhythm, get in the groove, enjoy the game, just be like you said, bring it on, and that's where
yeah.
he's at. So I'm sure Bissouma will be the same when he gets back from AFCON. He'll get that one of games, get in the groove, stop making stupid fucking challenges, and just
Yeah.
get in the groove.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. And I think in that game he was doing a bad game in that game as well, and he tried to do the block to don't because he did a uh, he controlled the ball and he give away, no,
Yeah, yeah.
and he tried to, and it's football.
Yeah, I said this as well I think I said on the podcast, but it was in a similar position. Do you remember the game against Man City when they got their second? I think it was 2-2 or 3-3. Can't remember now. But when they got their last goal, I think it was 3-3, wasn't it? It finished.
Yeah,
He lost the ball in that part of the pitch,
yeah,
and they went
yeah,
and scored, and it was like everyone would be blaming Bissouma. So I think
yeah.
maybe it's in his mind in the Forest game.
Yeah,
Shit, I've
exactly,
lost the ball,
exactly,
and yeah.
exactly. That's why I'm saying that he needs to come in the training, in the games. Like he's a little bit heavy because the red card, the goals. He needs to like forget about everything. It comes new again,
Hmm.
fresh. Like no, I'm fine, and do again because in that period he was not in the good moment. He was doing some uh, decisions, bad decisions, and now he needs to relax, get your time, prepare well, and come back strong.
Exactly. Well, guys, we've been going for an hour, so let's get predictions. Sandro, what do you think the score will be against Brighton tomorrow?
Uh, it's it's a draw.
I knew you'd say draw.
On the fence.
On the fence.
Guys,
Fair enough.
look
Fair
at
enough.
look.
Go.
You know, I'm very honest guy, and what the Zerbi did for me was amazing, and I can't like now go against like come on, but of
Sure.
course I'm Tottenham forever, but on this game I prefer stay
Fair
away,
enough.
stay away.
JP, how do you see it going?
I'm still waiting for a classic Ange 4-3 game, so I reckon we'll win it, but we'll win it like it'll be high scoring 4-3. Let's go with that.
Oh, I don't think my heart can take that after the Everton game. I've got a dodgy ticker. I'm gonna go draw as well. I think maybe 2-2. I think there's going to be goals. Both teams love to attack. They love a
Yeah.
goal, even with
Yeah.
the injuries from both sides. An entertaining 2-2 draw where both teams gave it their all. No red cards, please. No injuries. Just a good 2-2 draw will do me.
Yeah, man.
Oh.
Let's see. Let's hope.
Actually, a couple of questions before we go. There's one that's come up in the chat here. Whilst I get another one, we've kind of spoken it before. What do you think of Emerson playing centre back?
When Emerson played the first game on the center back. I said, what? I said, what? Really? And I thought he did okay. He did okay. I like what I saw. But Emerson, this year, Emerson is like every game he's doing his job. You know, like
Hmm.
he's playing good. He's
Yeah.
right back in the center back. I'm very happy what I'm seeing, and
Mm.
of course I prefer him right back, but central back he did his job. He helps the team, and he plays against City, and he played okay. He did the job against good strikers as well, and yes, I'm happy with his performance.
Mm. And when from one of our patrons, Dorso, um, given the window is about to open and we're in to get a midfielder, do we go for a genuine Ange Ball playing six that can back up Bissouma or grow into the role? Or do we go for Conor Gallagher to deepening the 8 talent, knowing that you can then lose Højbjerg to Juventus or Skip or Gio in the summer, and in the process taking a player from Chelsea? First, to reword that, do you think that Chelsea would sell Gallagher to us, Sandro? I can't
No,
see it myself.
no, we are more than fine in the middle, guys. We are
Yeah, I
more
think
than
so.
fine. Don't
Yeah.
don't look don't look through the garden. How can you say in English, guys? Don't look. The grass is
The grass
always.
is greener on the other side.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. We are fine in the middle. We are more than fine. We have Bantaku when Betancourt come
When he's
back.
back. Yeah, yeah.
Bissouma, Sar, wow, uh, Rubieg. I think we don't need
They're
to sell
fine. Yeah,
Rubieg. So
yeah, yeah.
keep that players. It's more than enough. It's more than
Hmm.
enough.
Yeah, I'm with you there. There was one other one. Oops, just to get the oh, for God's sake, everything's jumping around. Well, let's quickly mention our friends at footballprizes.co.uk. This week's Spurs competition gives you the chance to win an amazing signed match-worn shirt from Tottenham #1 Guillermo Vicario, worn during the Spurs 2-1 victory over Crystal Palace in the league in October. The shirt costs over £1,000 and comes direct from match-worn shirts. Find a low odds ticket and you'll be entered into a 10-1 draw for this insane piece of memorabilia. There's also a stunning signed and framed Tottenham Hotspur shirt from club favourite and England international James Maddison up for grabs with every ticket purchased. So that's it. Check out footballprizes.co.uk. Patreon. So if you're a patron, you can get discounts on your tickets there. Let's wrap things up. JP, thanks for joining. Oh, you're on mute, mate. Are you? I can't hear you.
There we go. Classic.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me on. It's good to wake up in my morning and chat Spurs. Always appreciate it. So thank you very much.
Thank you, GP. Nice
Sandro,
to meet
thank
you, man.
Thanks for joining, man.
You as well.
Thank you, Brandon. It's a pleasure always. Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs. Thank you for everything, man. And yeah, we'll, do look out for the YouTube crew, which will bring out the pod just after the Brighton game. And we will post, obviously it's Christmas, so everyone's been very busy, but do look out for those. As ever, keep the faith. Happy Christmas. Happy New Year to everyone. And keep the faith. And as ever, come on, you Spurs.